Hi, but I first want to address what was said in Sean's package, where the question was asked, where were these two board members? Because it's 2 days from the first anniversary, and we asked that question. They said they were afraid to come forward. They were told not to come forward, but they wouldn't say by whom. Okay, so what's worse, the fact that there was a playbook and it wasn't used, or the fact that there was a playbook and it wasn't used, but the school board ostensibly is presenting to the public that they had everything under control, they did everything they could, and the shooting happened anyway? I asked the two former school board members those questions, and they said it's both and more. What makes these two former Oxford school board members potential flamethrowers aiming into an already burning hot pit is their claim that the Oxford School District had an approved playbook that, had it been followed, perhaps the actions of confessed killer Ethan Crumbley would have been seen, stopped, and therefore his shooting and killing of 4 students and injuring of 6 others might have been prevented.
Other markers, violent writings, drawings.
There is an actual playbook that the district adopted in 2004 called the Enhancing School Safety Using a Threat Assessment Model. It was issued by the Department of Homeland Security and the U.S. Secret Service. Now, according to Donnelly and Bailey, their attorney also says that the principal got external training on that playbook, but never passed that training along to others. They didn't even realize that playbook existed until February, 3 months after the shooting at Oxford High School.
I truly believe that if Oxford Community Schools had been prepared with Policy 8400 these past few years and had actually trained on threat assessment, the situation would have ended November 29th, and the 30th would have just been another day in Oxford.
That takes us to those disturbing drawings by Ethan Crumbley the day of the shooting, found by a teacher who reported them, that seemed to go ignored when it came to the very important piece of getting him and his backpack and that gun out of the school that morning, had proper procedures been followed. The attorney also says that teachers throughout the years have mentioned students with these behavioral markers and sounded alarms to no avail. And then there's the question of an independent third-party investigation that never happened because the district declined.
A bigger question might be, why is this even an option? Like Tom said, if a plane was to go down, Boeing doesn't come in and say, let's do this. The government comes in and says, we're going to do an investigation, tell you what went wrong. Why is it even an option for the school board? That should be mandatory. It should not even be an option.
Okay, so the new school board president, Dan DeLisandro, released a written statement in part, and we'll put all of it on clickondetroit.com, but here's the part that we pulled out. He says, at Oxford Community Schools, the safety of our students and staff has remained our #1 priority. The third-party review of the events leading up to, during, and following November 30th, 2021, as reported at our last board meeting, has since seen increased participation of key stakeholders. The review will help us all understand the facts and have the transparency and accountability we all deserve. He never ever mentioned these two former board members holding a news conference. And I do want to point out, incidentally, that a review is not the same as a third-party independent investigation by the Attorney General's office. Guys, back to you.
Very good distinction to make, Paula. Transparency and accountability, that is what really everyone in that community wants.